Hey folks, Brando here. And I'm in my storage unit here at Airport Storage on Turner Road in beautiful Salem, Oregon. And I decided tonight I was going to write a song. Again, fancy that. Brando's going to write a song. I'm still going to write, I wanted to write a happy song, but it came out sad. So I wrote a happy, sad song. I'm the king of the happy, sad songs. That's what came out. But I still want to write a happy song and not use the word happy in the title or in the song at all. So that's still in my wheelhouse. I'm going to work on it, folks. But I decided tonight I'm going to open my time capsule. I have a jumbo file of important documents and all of my laminated stuff from 20 years ago and all of my important documents, all my autographs. I don't even know what's in here. It's been in my storage unit in Ohio for 5 years. And I got it back, and I opened it up last year, about a little more than a year ago. And I got through the Amazing Larry shit. There's like every flyer from Amazing Larry. We're going to look at all of them. All right? All of them original. Plus I've got laminated, plus the originals. And then I only got through, here's all the Amazing Larry stuff. There's like a giant pile of Amazing Larry stuff. All of our flyers, the original ones, plus copies of them that I laminated. So I got one of each of all 19 shows that we played. And there was one that we were scheduled to do and we didn't play it because it was canceled. But our name is on the flyer and it's cool. So, it's the Phantom. But there was one show where I got there, folks, and I didn't have the power cord to my VCR. So we had all of my shit, and we still ran the show, but I couldn't not record any of it at all. So there's one show that's gone, completely gone. I have 8 90-minute tapes of Amazing Larry, 3 or 4 songs from each of the 19 shows, 18 shows, because the one's missing. It was like a rave drum circle thing, and it was totally fun. I got hammered that night, because it's like I was still running the show, but then once we were done, there was like 2 more bands in a drum circle, and it was a rave thing. It was great. But, so I've been listening to these Amazing Larry tapes. I already did a cover of one of the songs. All right, and I love them. I'm going to start posting them as soon as I'm able to. So that's coming up. I'll maybe even start a dedicated Amazing Larry channel because it's 8 90-minute tapes. Each tape has like 15 songs. And our songs are not short. We would do 12 and 15-minute songs. 8 minutes was like the typical song. If we did one that was 3 minutes, that was a fucking miracle. We were Grateful Dead plus techno. It was great. We had a great time. It was 25 years ago now already. 96 to 99. 95 even, when we first started jamming. I'm off topic. So, I've got all of my Amazing Larry stuff. I did look at this stuff a year ago. And I'll show it. We'll get to it. I think we'll save this for a dedicated thing. But I want to get through some more of the rest of the other stuff. Because I got through only 2 or 3 layers. I got to about Elton John. And I was just a crying, bubbling mess. Because at the time, last year, I had just moved all my shit into this little tiny room. And I was living like Harry Potter, like all fucking boxed into this little tiny room. And I was in a fragile state of mind. So trying to look through my stuff, I just couldn't do it. I became a fucking mess. I have 4 boxes of important stuff and about 6 or 8 vintage cans, lunch boxes. Mostly from when I was a kid. I have a Pac-Man lunchbox. I've got a Star Wars lunchbox, a couple of them. I used to have a Clash of the Titans lunchbox that I loved. I would like to get one of those again. I had a Battlestar Galactica lunchbox. I would like to get one of those again. So if you ever see them in a thrift store, folks, $20 or something, get it for me. I'll work it out and trade. So we're going to look through this box. One of the things, alright, when I was a kid, and I love doing this. I used to do this all the time. Like, up until I was even in high school. You would get the agency, but it turned out it was just an assignment when I was in 3rd grade. They said, pick a celebrity and write a letter to them. We've got all of these Hollywood contacts, and they'll get, Steven Spielberg, Hollywood, California. The mailman will get it to him. So that's what I did. I loved E.T. and I loved Jaws, so I wrote a little letter to Steven Spielberg. I said, I love E.T. and I love Jaws, and I think you're a great director. Keep it going, man. I'm rooting for you. Says Brandon, at 10 years old in Kent, Ohio. Wannabe filmmaker, and now I am a filmmaker. I'm just like Steven Spielberg. I make a new video every day, and I direct it, and I cut it, and I edit, and I make music, and I do the songs, and all of that shit. Because of Steven Spielberg. Of how fucking awesome Steven Spielberg. And he wrote me a letter back. I don't have the letter anymore, but he sent an autographed, mimeographed, beautiful, on vellum, beautiful autograph to me as a kid, and he's standing there directing Jaws, and it says Steven Spielberg, which I still have. It's in this box somewhere. Okay, so that was the first thing, and I wrote to B. Arthur when I was in like 6th grade, and she sent me a letter. I sent one to, I loved Mork and Mindy, okay, and so I sent one to Jonathan Winters, and he sent me a letter back, an autographed picture. So I've got Jonathan Winters. I got all these great autographs from Phil. Like, he would always get me autographs for my birthday or Christmas. He knew how much I enjoyed, and he gave me Estelle Getty. So I've got 2 of the 4 Golden Girls, B. Arthur and Estelle Getty. And Estelle Getty's autograph is so teeny and cute. It looks like she's signing a fucking check. Because that's who she was. She was just a simple, cute lady. And that's what her signature was. Just this little cute Estelle, teeny tiny Getty. B. Arthur's is B. Arthur. It's great. I got it. But I love Jim Carrey. I saw Once Bitten when I was in 6th grade. He's a teenage vampire. He's a virgin. And he is seduced by the cougar vampiress, and she needs to suck his blood within 30 days so that she regains her youth. It's so cute. And so he's either got to become a vampire for her and stay a virgin forever. There's all these like vampire from throughout the ages that are like her concubines or whatever. It's so funny. They're trying to get him to convert. Or he's got to nail his girlfriend and not be a virgin. It's funny. It's a great movie. I love it. And then he was in Earth Girls Are Easy. In Rubberface. I even liked Rubberface, which was one of his early movies, and he's just being a spaz. It's like Overboard by, Adam Sandler. 8 minutes, 55 seconds. I haven't even started the music yet. I bought a beautiful Crosley turntable yesterday, a couple days ago, Saturday, and I can play my records. These top 2 rows, green labels, are my top favorite all-time records that are my favorites that I've had forever since I was a kid and shit. My top favorite records. And they're all great. So I'm just going to pull, that's what I've been doing. I'm just kind of grabbing, they used to be all alphabetized, but now with moving all these different times, they are not alphabetized, but they're all there. My favorites. So in here is Queen, my Queen record, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions record from 1975. It was my mother's, and I got it when I was a little kid. I loved it and played it to fucking death, and it sounds great. The other record that I still have There was two. I had the Star Wars theme song, the Close Encounters of the Third Kind theme song, 45s. I still have both of those, the originals. That was my mother. On the flip side is the Cantina Band Jam. I love it. I fucking love those records. And then I had, it was Kansas, Dust in the Wind by Kansas. And I have that same one from 1975 or whatever it was, 77. And I've got Time in the Bottle by Jim Croce. It was my mother's record. I remember hearing that on the radio when I was a little kid. I've also got the Candyman. When I was a little kid, like 3 years old, at 6 a.m. we had an alarm. Why they were waking up a fucking 3-year-old at 6 a.m., I don't know. It was my mother. But the alarm clock would pop on and they played the Candyman. Who can take the sunshine, sprinkle it with dew, do. And so I would wake up every morning hoping to hear that same song. And it would do it all the time, you know, because at the time they had it programmed in or something, a specific time. Or it was just, you know, it was like Groundhog Day with I Got You, Babe. You know, just every morning at 6:30 a.m. on whatever channel it was in Ohio. WNIR was right around the corner from where we lived at the time. So I loved Candyman, and so my mother, I sang it all the time. Who can take the sunshine, sprinkle it with dew, do, the Candyman can. I'm going to cover that song, because I love it. I've been covering every song that I love. If you haven't noticed this, folks, I've done 800 covers in the last 2 years. I'm doing it, folks. All right? Wind me up and fucking let me go. I am a wind-up toy. And I was a professional critic for 40 years. 45 years, almost. I'm 48. So I've been doing music now for like 5 years. All right? And writing my own for 4. And like super writing my own for the last fucking year now. I did a new, faster version of We All Gotta Live in the Moment, because the first one was kind of slow and somber, and there's a lot of effects and stuff like that, but it's kind of a slow, you know, it's a dirge. So I did a slightly faster version of it, and I'm looking at the fucking date, and it's December, 8th, which is coming up here in 2 months. It's September, October, November, December. So I wrote that song 8 months ago, 10 months ago almost. That's unbelievable of how fast, even though this year has dragged on and is, you know, we all know what's been going on this year. Hopefully 2021 will be better. We can fucking forget this year. So anyway, alright, so 13. So, back to Jim Carrey. I love the fucking guy. So he was on In Living Color, and we would watch In Living Color. I would go to Emmett's house every Friday night, or it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday night, because I would spend both nights. You know, we would watch television. Fox was new. You know, Married with Children, and The Simpsons, and In Living Color. They hold up. I watched the entire first 2 seasons of In Living Color and laughed my fucking balls off. There was some dated shit, but it was still funny because I remember it. I love all the people coming and going at the storage unit. Here's FedEx. God bless him. And then there was the pretzel guy. There's a big warehouse of their pretzel and potato chips, kettle chips or something. There's a kettle chips factory right up the way. So I don't know if it's just back up or if it's like an independent thing where they just truck the shit in and then somebody else comes and gets it. That's possible. So I'm just spitballing here, folks. I have not had these memories in so long, and it's great. I've got 3 phones that I'm doing 15 or 20 minute chunks, and each phone will hold 5 or 6 of those. All right, so about 80 minutes of 15-minute chunks on my phone. All 3, I've got 3 phones, so that's 3 hours, almost 4 hours that I can just have them recording and pontificating, and then I can slowly upload those onto. I just dumped 22 gigs, no, like 32 gigs worth of footage onto my laptop. And then I erased all of the shit off of the 3 phones, so now I can do that again. And then I will upload these things slowly as I can. Because each one, even though they're 20 minutes, it takes an hour to upload. So I'm just going to be slowly but I'm putting the good ones out first. And then it'll, they may be out of order. That's fine, whatever. Different people watch different stuff, and, life's out of order. So we're 1544, folks. 1545. So I sent a letter to Jim Carrey when I was in 8th grade. We watched it every week, and we loved it. We would record it and watch it back, and, it was wonderful. So he sent it back, and this is a real thing. I love this. I fucking adore this. Jim Carrey, Spank You Very Much by Jim Carrey from 1990, okay? Right before he became super fucking famous. And I met Jeff Daniels, too. He does autobiographical funny music, kind of like Loudon Wainwright, about his life and making movies and shit. And he played, but only like 60 people showed up. So I asked for his autograph. He says, well, just buy one of my CDs and I'll sign it. So I paid him $20, bought his CD, and he signed it to Brando, Here's Your Thing. And I had the soundtrack to Something Wild on LP with him upside down with the thing, and there's whatever. He looked at it and shrugged it off. He says, yeah, great. And then his wife said, wow, I've never seen this before. I said, yeah, get him to sign it for me. And she says, I can't. You got to buy another CD or whatever. And I didn't have the $20. So I've got Dumb and Dumber. But Jim Carrey signed to me. It doesn't say to me, but it says, Spank You Very Much. I'm so fucking happy with this. Look how fucking gorgeous this man was. He still is. 30 years later, look at his fucking face. Oh my God. So that's mine. That's my memory from 30 years ago. I wrote a letter to Jim Carrey, and somehow he got it. And he sent me back an autographed photograph, which I still have and fucking love. I absolutely fucking love this and adore it. I cannot wait to hang it on the wall again. That's what I'm doing, folks. I'm pulling out all the shit that's laminated, and it's all going up on the walls. Along with all of my autographs, albums. I've got like 50 of them back there. I bought a staple gun. I bought a cheapo. It was like $8, and I came in the first time I went to use it. It went ka-ching, it's broke. I was pissed. So I went right back to Walmart. I said, this thing broke in my hand as soon as I fucking tried to use it. She says, yeah, that one's shitty. Buy the next one up. I said, here, give me $8 for on a card. I went and paid $8 more. So now it's great. I got the second one, the $15 model, and it's great. And so now I can take all of my laminated shit, and I can just go, chunk, 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 chunk. All of the Amazing Larry flyers here. They're the copies. I still have the originals. They're right here, the unlaminated. Well, I should have laminated the originals. I don't know why I didn't. And this is great, too. I saw this last year. For my 8 tapes, I have a full fucking review of every single thing that is on this tape that I wrote 20 years ago when I was making this compilation for us. I made these 8 tapes, and then I cut it for all 7 of us, all 8 of us. Everybody got the 8-tape set. And I made videotapes, like 8 videotapes, and all of them got them, but I don't have it anymore. Proofer, maybe, he got rid of all of his videos, he said. And I'm sure Mark probably has his, because I know he digitized them and he borrowed a bunch of my videos. So maybe he's the one that has all of my home movies. That's possible. I should talk to him. Because out of my storage unit, I lost all of my home movies. But he did and that was like 3 years before that, so this is invalid. Okay, never mind. But I've got The Rise and Fall of Amazing Larry, June 8, 1996 until May 3rd, 1999. First off, I have to say that the whole Amazing Larry experiment was the most incredible, enjoyable, influential, pulse-pounding, ass-shaking, maddening times of my life. Even with all the infighting, bickering, and nerve-wracking times, the smooth-going spiritual experiences far outweigh the sometimes bad, with Jason Proofer's sometimes controlling but otherwise guiding manner and vision, Ryan Helm's somewhat chemically imbalanced but tolerable and amazing demeanor and incredible guitar playing and songwriting, Mark Watt's calm, go-with-the-flow attitude, his amazing songwriting skills and jamming technique are truly mesmerizing. So I was always verbose, my friends. 2109. All right, we're going to put a tack in it, but I'm going to go right back to it.